Work. Imagine pushing a box across the floor. You're applying a force, your push, in the same direction as the box's displacement, movement, and that's work being done. Work is the transfer of energy that causes an object to move. It's a scalar quantity, meaning it only has magnitude, how much work, but no direction. Formula: work equals force x displacement. Energy. Think of energy as the fuel that allows things to do work. It's the capacity to cause change, like movement, heat, or light. There are different forms of energy. Kinetic energy, Ke energy of motion, e.g., a moving car. Potential energy, Pe stored energy due to position or configuration, e.g., a book held above the ground. Heat energy, energy associated with the random motion of atoms and molecules. Light energy, energy carried by electromagnetic waves, e.g., sunlight. Chemical energy, energy stored in the bonds between atoms, e.g., food. Energy is also a scalar quantity, with only magnitude, how much energy, and no direction. Measured in joules, J. Conservation of energy, energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. Power. Power tells you how quickly work is being done or energy is transferred. It's like the speed of work or energy. Imagine lifting a box. Doing it slowly uses less power than lifting it quickly, even though the same amount of work, moving the box, is done. Power is a scalar quantity, with only magnitude, how fast work is done, and no direction. Measured in watts, W, where 1 watt equals 1 joule per second, J/S. Formula: power equals work/time. Kinetic energy is the energy of an object due to its motion. Imagine the ball rolling down the hill now. It has kinetic energy because it's moving. The faster it rolls, the more kinetic energy it has. Kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv². Examples of kinetic energy is rolling ball, moving car. Kinetic energy can be transferred to other objects, converted to other forms like heat, sound. Examples of kinetic energy. A car speeding down the highway. The fast-moving car possesses significant kinetic energy due to its high mass and velocity. A falling rock, as the rock plummets towards the ground, its potential energy converts into kinetic energy, increasing its speed. A swimmer gliding through the water, the swimmer's movement through the water translates into kinetic energy, allowing them to propel themselves forward. A wind turbine spinning in the wind, the blades of the turbine captured the kinetic energy of the moving air, converting it into mechanical energy and ultimately electricity. A bouncing ball, the continuous collision of the ball against the ground and its subsequent recoil demonstrate the transfer and conversion of kinetic energy during the bouncing motion. Potential energy. Potential energy is the energy of an object due to its position in a gravitational field. Examples of potential energy are ball at the top of a hill or stretched spring. Kinetic energy can be converted to other forms like kinetic, heat, light. Unit of potential energy: joule. Examples of potential energy. An archer pulling back a bowstring. The stretched bowstring stores elastic potential energy, ready to be released and propel the arrow when fired. Water held behind a dam. The water at the top of the dam possesses gravitational potential energy due to its elevated position. This energy can be utilized to generate electricity in hydroelectric power plants. A compressed spring. The compressed spring contains elastic potential energy due to the internal forces acting within it. When released, this energy can be used to launch objects or power mechanisms. A chemical reaction ready to occur. The bonds between atoms in reactants store chemical potential energy. When the reaction triggers, this energy releases and fuels the process, often generating heat or light. A bird perched on a high branch. The bird's position above the ground grants it gravitational potential energy, which it can convert into kinetic energy when taking flight. Conservation of energy. The total energy of a closed system remains constant. It can only be transformed from one form to another. For example, when an object falls under gravity, its potential energy decreases while its kinetic energy increases. The total energy remains the same.